Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back here on the Crafty Maven channel with another layout for you. For this one, I am going to be using the inspiration pieces that I showed you in the beginning, and I decided to pull out the colors for the inspiration. I actually created this layout before I even knew that I was going to be using this video on the Crafty Maven channel. We kind of had a little scheduling mishap, and so I stepped up and decided that I would use this layout. And the colors in the layout, like the pinks and the blues primarily, kind of go along with the inspiration pieces this week, mainly the inspiration piece of the house, or houses, I guess I should say. So I had this photo of my husband and my son when we went to go to the zoo, and it's them at the Flamingo exhibit. And I used my click kit from August for this layout, and we got this transparency that has pink flamingos on it. And when we got that in the kit, I knew exactly what photo I was going to use and that I was going to scrapbook this photo with it. So I finally am getting to scrapbooking this. This is one of the last layouts that I'm making with this kit. So it's pretty much gone and killed, and I don't have very much left. You can kind of see my little bowl to the left, that green bowl. It has most of my scraps of paper and embellishments in there. So I just glued that acetate piece down with my Tombow Mono aqua glue. And here I'm just cutting out a few phrases from one of the pattern papers, and I don't think I actually end up using those. And then I realized that the back side of that paper is a yellow with some white on it, and I kind of liked that, and I needed something to put behind the photo, and so I'm going to kind of cut this up and just make it work. So I spent a little bit of time making a mat for behind the photo, and you can't even really tell that it's not a whole piece of paper behind there, which is what I love about scrapbooking. You can make things work no matter what your supplies are. So then I don't have any more, and so I'm thinking, well, maybe I could use a different piece of paper, but I didn't really like the way that looked. And then I did find this Chamel paper. It's blue with polka dots on it. So I'm going to glue that down. And then this is where I'm going to decide to actually get another piece of paper. Like, this is actually a different pattern than that first yellow and white pattern. And so I'm just cutting that down to fit right there. And you can't even tell that they're two different pieces of pattern paper because you can barely even see the pattern. So I just cut those two down, and I'm going to glue those into these two corner spots. And I kind of fussed with it for a little bit because it wasn't wanting to work, and the glue wasn't wanting, like, it kept coming up, and I don't know. This glue that I got it at Michael's, and it's the ATG refill that is like acid free. I don't normally buy the acid free kind, and it seems to not work as well as just the general all-purpose kind, which is cheaper. It's like $6 compared to $10. So I won't be buying the acid-free kind again. Okay, so here I'm just pulling a couple of scraps from my little bin to the left and cutting them down. I had this blue one that I cut into a banner, and then there was already a circle that I had cut out using my silhouette, and I'm going to use the pink side of it. And then I had this wood veneer that said party on it, and I am going to have that be part of the title. And excuse me, then there were some more little scraps that I'm just going to kind of add up there to the top left-hand corner. I had this little flamingo flare badge, so I'm going to add that to that right-hand side. And then there was a piece of vellum that had pineapples on it, so I'm just going to cut that down a little bit. I just had a little scrap left of it, and so I'm going to use that. And let's see what else. Oh, I'm cutting down this tag that's up there, and I'm going to actually cut it all the way down because there's kind of like a pattern around the outside of it, and so I was going to leave it, but then I decided I wanted to cut it all the way down. So here I glue down all of those other layers of paper, and then I had this other flare badge, and that one said Paradise on it, and so I'm thinking that that is going to be my title, that Paradise Party is going to be my title. I did want to have the title at first be Flamingo Party, and so I'm going to kind of play with it for a little while, and then eventually I'm going to settle on the title being Flamingo Paradise Party. I really, really wanted to use that Paradise flare badge, and so that's the reason why I decided to change the title up, because I just had been wanting to use that flare the whole kit, and I just hadn't found a layout to put it on. So here I am going to cut down the label, and I already glued all of those other pieces down up there. And on the label, I believe I'm just going to stamp the date. I don't have my layout in front of me. I should have grabbed it, but I didn't. So now here I am going to glue it down. And now I believe I'm going to, oh, maybe not. I was going to say, I think I'm going to glue down my background, but I'm not. So I had lost that pink, the other half circle that I had, and it's funny because I could not find it for the life of me, and I was looking all around, and then I realized after I'd done the layout that it's right up there. Yeah, see? After I had glued it down, not after I'd done the layout, I had found it. So I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. It just blended in, apparently. Okay, so here now I'm going to glue down this Paradise flare badge. I am also going to use some Heidi Swapp Color Shine for that wood veneer that says Party. I did pull out these Lawn Fawn stickers, and those did not come in the kit. Those were actually in my stash, but I didn't have any more of the alpha left, so I needed to grab an alpha that would match. So I put the date June 2015 on there, and I used the Becky Higgins Project Life rotary date stamp for that. Then here I'm going to use some of these big enamel dots, and those did come in the kit. I wanted to use more than one, but I didn't have any small ones, so I'm just going to go ahead and use 3 of these bigger ones. Even though it looks a little funny because I don't usually do it that way, I still just wanted to get those enamel dots used up. So here I'm going to spell out the word flamingo. And these alpha are, like, I really, really like the alpha, but they don't stick. I don't know if I just got a bad pack or something, but I am going to have to use my Tombow glue to keep them down because they just will not stick. They're falling off of the sheet as I am trying to glue or put them down on the paper. So I spell out flamingo, and I'm just going to put it right there in the bottom right hand corner. You can kind of see right there where I moved the little wax sheet that I was using, and the letters just kind of go everywhere. So here I'm gluing them all down. Okay, now that I've got the word flamingo all glued and down on the page, I think I'm gonna go and ink up that party wood veneer. So I did move that flare badge up a little bit so that it would be closer to the word flamingo. And here's where I am going to kind of paint on some of this Heidi Swap Color Shine. And this is called Hot Pink. And then I just kind of rub it around. It was really, really pink. I know it's called hot pink, but even when it says that, you're just still kind of like, whoa, that's really bright pink. Okay, so now I'm just going to clean up a little bit and take care of my brush, get it all washed off and everything. I'm going to use my Tombow Mono Aqua Glue to glue down the word party. And then I step away just for a minute. I have a bathroom right next to my scrap room, which is really nice to have. So now I'm back and I think I'm pretty much done with this layout. Here I am going to glue down these word strips that I had cut out earlier, and I'm just going to place them down, and I can't tell what they say. They're just fun little sayings from one of the pieces of pattern paper. Okay, now let's see, what am I gonna do? So I had this little acetate that was from the ephemera pack, I think, from Citrus Bliss. And it was just a cup with some lemonade in it. And here I'm tapping my fingers, trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to journal on that tag to the right-hand corner of the photo, and I'm just going to journal about how it was fun going to the zoo and seeing the flamingos. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching today. If you guys haven't checked out the other video that was posted today, it is by Tina Gale, and you'll want to go and check it out as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys a bit later this month. I have another video coming out at the end of September. So yeah, we'll see you later. Bye.